And everybody around the class, the message table, and the message says, people begin to wonder who is who and what is what.
Yes, sir.
In the latter days, when the messenger was getting ready to leave, people thought that the chief hypocrite was that person that would turn against God and his messenger would be different ones. Some people said that it would be Jeremiah from Philadelphia. Some people said it would be Rockmount from Atlanta. Some people said it would be John Muhammad from California. Why? Because there were things going on. Why? Why? The messenger says, one minister said at the table after the message, the holy apostle, will I ever become hypocrite? He said, brother, when you turn hypocrite against me, the whole world will see you. Well, what I'm going to say today is this. The whole world sees those who represent Islam. And they will judge between truth and falsehood. Though falsehood looks good, dress it up. And as you begin to climb towards falsehood, and every time you get near there to the blue, it always disappears. And there's no truth in it. Why? Because there's no substance. Because if there's no substance, there's no building power. You can't bring out of the people that which you did not put into people. What the people was eating was blue, falsehood. The devil, he brought falsehood in. And now, in Islam, as the messenger taught us, he said, brother, in the time when truth at the end, the devil will offer you many things. And he will show you wonders in the world. But go near not the wonders, because it's a make-believe peace. It will not profit you in the end. Hold fast to truth, and truth will triumph over falsehood. Now you see, there was a preacher in Texas. He had a mega church. Guess what the name of the church was? The mega church was, his theology was, all sinners going to heaven. All sinners going to heaven. There's no such thing as a hell. All the people that's going to hell was really going to heaven. And the church was loaded. And one day, he got up and got into a spirit and allowed guide his mind away from that lie. And he said, all sinners is going to hell, and no man that's going to enter into heaven that is living in hell. In his church, he had everything. Everything was in the church. And everybody loved the church because come as you are, right, holding hands and smirking on each other is all right. And the next day, next Sunday, he went to church, and the mega church, and nobody showed up. Why nobody showed up? Because the people said, well, how can you say one day this and that? And said, no. So people stopped going. So he had a big old church and had no followers. So he had to close it down. And then somebody invited him to come to San Francisco to teach, and he went. And he began to teach back that which was, he lost his hat. And then the people began to rally, and the people wanted him to come and take over another church. Because the people wanted evil. What I'm getting at, Muhammad, is the people wanted falsehood. Falsehood looked good. You didn't have to tell the people that they have to clean up. You didn't have to tell the people, you know, in your various mosques, in your various churches, you didn't have to tell them to clean up. You just tell them, come as you are. Whatever you are, that's what you are. And God's going to save all of you.
That's right.
So then that's condemning the Bible and the Holy Quran. That is something that looks good is blue. It looks good, make you feel good. You don't feel guilty. Going down there to man and man get married, woman and woman get married, you don't feel guilty of that because the preacher says that from the rostrum. And so that means that falsehood runs rampant at the end of God's coming and ushering in a new world, a world of righteousness. So you have people looking the shadow of good and wholesome and decent, but in their heart is a heart of hell. But that's what the Jesus said. The Jesus said, everything out here looks good. But what did he say at the end of time? He said, in order to get out of here, in order to see God, what did he say? Only what? The pure in heart shall see God. He didn't say the loose mouth will see God, the man with most money will see God, or how well you speak will see God. He said, the heart will see God. The pure in heart will see God for as he is. Because if your heart is not pure, you're just wrapped up into the blue, into falsehood. So when truth comes, it will knock out falsehood. Now, what do I mean right now as you view this telecast? In you is a disease. So right now, some of you are saying in your heart, I don't see what he's talking about. And I know you don't see because your heart is the heart of the devil. Though your skin is black, you have drunk the water of blue. And blue is not the color that God wants you to have. God wants you to have the color in this day is truth. And the Holy Quran says when truth comes, it will what? It will knock out the brains of falsehood. Now what is the brain of falsehood? It is blue. Untrue. What is untrue? A man died, supposed to die for 3 days and rose on the third day. Mathematically impossible, only 2 days. But yet you accepted that idea. So the white world have given you a bill of goods. Some of you say, well, I'm a Muslim and a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's a word. But what's your heart say? The Bible says there are those who call lip professors. But in their heart is disease. So Allah increases that disease. So then Jesus said, there are those who come behind me. And they will say that they are the Christ. And they say that they are the Mahdi. And the Holy Quran in chapter 23rd chapter talks about the Mahdi coming. He said that I am an independent God. Allah Master Farad Muhammad is an independent God. Now how did you get to be independent? Who did you come? What God did you come from? You are not the God. You are not the Mahdi. You're only guessing because someone has given you a bitter pill and you have swallowed the pill. Right. And the pill have made you drunk. Yes, sir. With power. Made you drunk. So therefore, you say that which you have no authority to say, and you lead and guide people away from God's messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When you say that you are that and more, you have destroyed yourself. And he said that when you go, brother, the whole world will see you because I made you your voice, your face to ring around the world, and now the world will see you for what you are. Truth. Those who know the book. How many of you have read Message to the Black Man? How many of you have read the chapter on the hypocrite? How many of you have read what the messenger says about that? How many of you have really read? How many of you have really studied that? Rather than study something else some lazy man have made for you. You have not done so. So therefore, any man, so what did the book say?